Welcome to this video. Today I'm going to talk about bug management. Here's the content I'm going to cover today. Firstly, what is a bug? Why do we care about bugs? What are the types of bug? How to find bugs? The life cycle of bug management tools. Firstly, what is bug? Bug means an incorrect or unexpected behavior found in your application under test. For example, you have a website and expect users to be able to sign in with their username and password. However, when users go to your website and do login, they encounter a login failure. Why do we care about bugs? We need to find out as many bugs as we can in our product so that it will provide a better user experience and it's good for the system health. There are different types of bug. It could be a logical issue or design issue. Design issue means design is not good. For example, you have a user management module in your product, but there is no password resetting function defined. In that case, once a user forgot his password, he's going to be blocked because there is no way to retrieve the password or reset the password. It could also be a performance issue. For example, a website behaves very slow, especially when there are concurrent users visiting this website. A bug could also be a security issue, like your system is vulnerable to security attacks. A bug could also be a usability issue. For example, in your website, your users needs to go through some complicated steps to finish a simple task. How bugs can be found? Firstly, during the design review stage, some bugs can be found. For example, in the design of a user management module, there's no password resetting workflow designed. That's a bug, because when a user forgot his password, he will be blocked because there's no way for him to set a new password for his account. Most bugs can be found by executing some pre-designed test cases. During the execution, you compare the expected behavior in your test case with the actual behavior you got from your application under test. If they doesn't match, that's a bug. Some corner bugs can also be found by exploratory testing. This type of testing is not conducted with predefined test cases. Normally, it's done by some highly experienced test engineers in your product. Do some random testing, trying to find some bugs hidden in a corner that are not easy to be discovered by the regular test cases. Some bugs cannot be found in test environment, but can only be found in production environment. This is often because of differences in test data and test environment settings between your test environment and production environment. This type of bugs can be found through production monitoring. In some cases, your application will encounter an internal error, but that error will not be exposed to the end user. So end user or test engineer cannot detect this bug during their normal test. But this error can normally be found in the error log of your application under test. Here is a typical life cycle of a bug. When a bug is found and a ticket is filed. The status of this bug is open. It will be assigned to a developer to resolve. When the developer receives this bug, he will firstly try to reproduce it to see if it is a valid bug. If it's a valid bug, the developer will start working on fixing it. Status will be changed to resolving. That means someone is taking care of this bug. After it's fixed, the status will be changed to resolved, and it will be assigned back to test engineer. Test engineer needs to verify if this bug has been fixed or not. If the bug has been fixed, then test engineer should mark this bug as verified. If it's not fixed, the bug will be reopened by the test engineer and assigned back to the developer for further investigation. If a bug has been verified as fixed, it will be closed. Normally, in every application under test, the number of bugs could be huge. We need a good way to track bugs and manage them. This is normally done with some bug management tools like Jira and Bugzilla. Normally, there are web applications where you can create bugs, assign them to different people, and change status according to the bug lifecycle. Here I provide a sample bug template. It can be used when you want to create a bug. Firstly, you need to write a bug title, which quickly describes what this bug is about. Then you need to add detailed information in the description. It normally includes test environment. It means which environment did you find this bug, which build did you use for your application under test, and is there any precondition required to trigger this bug. Reproduce steps. It is a step-by-step guide for developer or anyone else reading this bug to reproduce this bug again. Number 6, you need to describe, after follow these reproduce steps, what's the current behavior of your application under test and what is the expected behavior, so that people will see there's a difference between the expected behavior and the current behavior. And that is what the bug about. Finally, you need to specify the priority of this bug. Is this an urgent bug or it can be resolved later compared to other higher priority bugs? Also, a severity of this bug is required. It's used to describe the impact of this bug to your product. If the impact is high, the severity needs to be set to high. Alright, that's the end of this video. If you think this is useful, please share, subscribe to my channel, and like or comment. See you next time.